today we're going to be doing the story of when Jesus washed his disciples' feet. And we are also going to be doing this really fun activity with paper plates. And it's going to be all about spring and summer and nature. And yeah, it's going to be really fun. So stay tuned because you would not want to miss out. And it's super duper easy but also fun. So yeah, and you can also place it as decor in your rooms or hang it on the wall or display it somewhere on a shelf or something. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. So once upon a time, a very long time ago, so basically Jewish people who celebrate this event or slash festival, and it was basically it was called the Passover, and it was about it was celebrated in the remembrance and in the honor of when Moses traveled with all those slaves that were trapped in Israel, in Egypt, and that had to come back to travel so many years and come back to Israel as God promised them. So when they were very close to Israel, and so at that time, God told them that you have to cut these lambs up and you're going to put their blood on your houses. And if you have the blood on your houses, then your firstborn child of that house would be saved. But if there's someone who doesn't put the blood of the lamb on their houses, that the house that, their firstborn child of that family would die and would, suffer from a disease or whatever. So God told them that, and most of the people there, cut the lamb up, and they put all the blood on every person put the blood on their houses, and when the angel would look at all the houses and check if it has blood on it, on the roof. So after that, they would take the whole lamb, because they wouldn't want to, since you should say that it was holy, and it was. So in the olden period it was, but now if you do that, that's not very nice, because it's also sinful, because crucified himself, and he got crucified just for us. And that's why now, because of his sacrifice, we are all saved, and we don't need to sacrifice sheep and lamb anymore. So they would just take the entire lamb, and they would put it on the fire, and they'd cook it up, and then all sit together and eat it as a big family. And the bread that they would use was called unleavened. So after they were done, they would cook it up, and they would eat it with the unleavened bread, and it's basically more pure, and it doesn't have any preservatives and stuff in it. And it was very pure, and that's why the people used to eat with that. After that, all the slaves that used to be in, they weren't slaves anymore, but all the people that had to move to Israel, and then they soon after the whole event, after the Passover, they all moved to Israel slowly. In the remembrance of those people and God told them that you have to tell, to your future generations, these people have to tell them about, how we escaped and how we've been traveling for so many years and how the Passover happened and all the history. So the future generations can know about this and they can celebrate the Passover. So after, just like that, in the real world, after that, in the New Testament and stuff, the Jewish people used to celebrate the Passover, and they used to celebrate with friends and family. And the last week we told you guys about this too. And how Jesus was, he was a little boy, and how he was, celebrating the Passover. But this time, Jesus was grown up, and he was going to celebrate Passover with all of his disciples. And so he told Peter that I have made this arrangement for our Passover that we're going to be celebrating. And it's this really nice place, and we're going to go there, we're going to eat the supper, and we're going to, celebrate Passover. So it'll be fun. And the Jewish people used to do this thing. It was they used to wash their feet before they start celebrating and go into the temple to celebrate. So they used to wash their feet, and it was basically, they considered that if you wash your feet, it makes you holy, and to seek holiness, they used to wash their feet. Now, since Jesus has already sacrificed himself, we are free of sins, and that's why we don't need to be washing our feet. And that's why we don't celebrate Passover anymore. The last supper that Jesus was going to have with all the disciples that Jesus told Peter about was basically going to be his last supper before his crucifixion. And he told Peter that once you go there, you'll find into the city, you'll find this man, and he'll be carrying this pot on his shoulder. It'll be filled with water. It'll be like this pot made out of mud. And like the ones that they put in the flame and stuff. So he said that that man will be carrying this pot on his shoulder, and he'll be walking, and you're going to start following him a little bit, and then after that you're going to talk to him and speak to him, and he'll tell you where all the arrangements have been done for our supper. And so, for our supper and to celebrate Passover. So Peter said, yeah, okay. So Peter went there, he saw the man, and he followed him, talked to him, and that man led Peter towards the place that all the arrangements, and they were celebrating Passover. So then they called all the disciples, and Jesus came, and so Jesus washed all of the disciples' feet. There were 12 disciples, obviously, and so Jesus washed all of their feet. So Jesus had to wash all of he didn't have to. It was his decision. So he wanted to wash all the disciples' feet, and so he went one by one, and when it was Peter's turn, Peter put his feet away, and he was like, no, I'm not going to let you wash, my feet. You're my Lord. I can't let you do that. I'm your disciple. And then Jesus said that, yeah, I know, but you wouldn't be able to celebrate Passover with me if you're not totally sin-free and if you're not totally holy. So basically over here, what Jesus is trying to say, spiritually, washing your feet means that, just like, in the Passover, obviously we don't have to do it now, but we had to, like people in the olden period used to do it to celebrate the Passover. But now we celebrate the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. So in the olden period, they used to believe that the spiritual meaning of washing your feet is washing all your sins away. So before the Passover, everyone used to take a nice bath, and they used to be nice and clean. But then when they used to come to, the place where they're going to celebrate the Passover, whether it's at your house, at a location, or just like out in the open, or in the temple, whatever you're celebrating the Passover in the olden times, they used to wash their feet before they start eating and before they start celebrating and praying. So that is why, because they used to think that even a little bit of dirt, on your feet isn't good, because once you're totally clean, because you walk that mile, you walk a little bit to whatever you're going, they used to think that, they want you to be totally clean and sin-free. So spiritually, this means that Jesus and God, they want you to, be totally sin-free, have not even a little bit of sin. And even if you have a little bit of sin on yourself, you did something, you lied about something, you talked like you were angry about someone, you didn't forgive this person or that person, you just did something that you want to seek forgiveness for, and that you're sorry for, and that you obviously don't want to happen again. So then you just they used to say that you just wash your feet. So that's why it's kind of how you just wash your feet and then you're not sinful again. So that was kind of like cleaning yourself or cleansing yourself from your sins. So that's what they used to think of the washing your feet thingy. So then Jesus said to Peter that I'm going to have to wash your feet because I needed to be clean to sit with me for the Passover and eat supper together. So Jesus said to him, and then Peter said, okay, I'll let you wash my feet. And then Jesus washed Peter's feet. And when it was Judah's turn, so Judah was the disciple that got Jesus caught, and so he basically got him caught. So before his crucifixion, and for his turn to get his feet washed, he put his feet right in front so Jesus can wash them, and then Jesus washed his feet too. And then after that, when it was time for supper and everyone was happy and ready and to eat, and they, even in the Old New Testament, they used to also because in the olden period when they used to celebrate how Israel got free, but now when they're actually celebrating with Jesus in the New Testament, they used to still eat with the unleavened bread and lamb and stuff. So to keep that tradition and keep that remembrance, and to in honor of all those people and stuff, in honor of that event that happened, the unleavened bread. So after they were done washing each other's feet, not each other's feet, but after Jesus was done washing their feet, then Jesus told them that just like I wash your feet, you guys also have to wash each other's feet. Now this basically just means how Jesus, it signifies, it's kind of like a metaphor here, that just he kind of cleansed their feet to wash their sins away, and the little bit of dirt they have on their feet, sorry. And just like that, we also have to forgive each other, and if we did something bad, to this other person, right? We have to also forgive that person, and that person should also forgive us. That's kind of what Jesus said to them, and like that's what kind of like it means. It was used as a metaphor when Jesus said it. After that, they all started eating supper, and then Jesus, they were drinking grape juice, and Jesus took the unleavened bread and he dipped a little bit he put a little bit of grape juice into the bread, and obviously got soaked in because it was bread, and bread's pretty soft and spongy and stuff. And so then Jesus gave that bread that was dipped in the wine into the grape juice to Judah, and so he took it obviously and he ate it. But it's basically like dipping your bread into your grape juice and giving it to someone is like a gesture of love. And Jesus wanted to kind of tell him, and he's trying to tell us here that I still love you, but like Judah didn't love Jesus, since obviously he got caught. He's the one who got Jesus caught, and he's the one who didn't love Jesus. And so after they were done, and Jesus told all the disciples that all of you are holy except one of you, and that person doesn't love me, that person, is going to, and isn't holy, and isn't a nice person, and isn't kind, or doesn't love God or love me. That's what Jesus told them, and at the time they didn't really know, but obviously after that, Judah got him caught. And that's the end of today's story. So now we're moving on to our activity for today. So now we're going to be doing the moral of today's story. Zayin, what do you think the moral of today's story is?
I think that we should always forgive everyone if we did anything bad to them, or if we lied. We should always forgive everyone, and they should forgive us.
Okay, very nice. It's pretty close, let me tell you now. So I'm going to tell you guys more what I think the moral of today's story is. Obviously, Zayin was correct too. I'm going to tell you guys what I think, my opinion. So before I tell you guys, make sure you guys also go comment below the moral of today's story and tell me what you think, So yeah. Anyways, so the moral of today's story is that when Jesus told them to wash each other's feet, it basically meant that it was kind of like the moral here, and it's explaining to us that in real life we have to right now, we have to forgive each other, and we have to, walk on the same path, and if someone's doing something wrong, we have to kind of forgive them and also help them out through that hard time if they're having a hard time. So, and even if we did something, we should expect the other person should give us forgiveness and forgive us no matter how big of a sin or how big of a thing you have done. Just always try to seek for forgiveness. And I know it's hard, but try not to do the little things that are still sinful, but you think that, I'm going to get away with it. So yeah, that's the moral of today's story. Now we're moving on to our activity. Okay, you guys, so we are back now. So right now, I'm just cutting these up. So as you can see, we're making these cute little flowers, and they're totally realistic.
I am drawing my
Zayin's trying to draw the shape of his petals that he wants. I'm doing the classic circle-shaped flower, I know. Yeah. So I'm just cutting those up right now. Okay, I just want it to be really nice. Ooh, okay, that was good.
I am almost done with my
so this is kind of how I want it. It's like a petal shape, and you don't want to you don't want to do it on the front. You want to do it on the back, so it looks a bit more 3D looking. I mean, obviously, if you want to do it on the front, you can do that too. But I suggest doing on the back. So I just drew this, and even if you're doing on the front, don't draw on the front. Draw on the back first, and then you can just cut it up later, and do whatever you want to with it.
Oh my God! Look at the cloud.
So, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this up, and I'll be right back after we are done. All you need for this activity is actually kind of really easy. So all you need is a paper plate, color pencil, markers, paint. You can use anything, okay? Anything to color this in.
Basically anything.
And then you need a little popsicle stick or a type of stick, or a long candy stick or lollipop stick, a very long one, to use as the stem of the flower. So yeah, I'm gonna color. No, I'm not gonna cut. I'm gonna cut this up with some scissors. And we'll be back. So I'm gonna scissor away. Goodbye. Things a bit. Okay, guys. So right now I am coloring. Not coloring. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? I'm painting my flower.
It looks like colors.
So I'm painting it with one of the. It's like really ugly looking right now because I haven't washed it in a long time. I haven't been painted in a long time. Okay. Okay.
I
Yes.
have.
Okay. So I'm painting it like this really pretty red, pink, red kind of color, like a rosy red.
It just looks like a red.
Like a rosy red color. So I really love how like
you basically
it looks.
making a rose.
No, it's not a rose. But like this really pretty color, and I'm just using it for the petals. And the inside, I'm gonna do a different color. So yeah, Zayin's done with his. He's waiting for it to dry. And yeah.
So before
Careful, it's very
it dries, I made a little petal thingy. I made it like neon pink because I love that color, and I put some orange in it. Not the best orange, but I had to try. I made a little pollen effecty thingy, so that's mine.
Okay, so I'm just working on the petals for now. And yeah. What reason I chose to paint is because I haven't done it in a while, first things first.
I really love mine.
And second, I don't know why I said it like that. But, okay guys, so we are back now and we have our flowers done. So I decided not to stick them onto the popsicle sticks, but these are what they look like. And you know, Zayin stamped the table, if you can see. Anyways, so I painted like the petals, just like rosy pink, rosy red color. I went for like a neon orange with like a dark orange,
it's like a brown orange,
like a burnt sienna
orange.
kind of burnt sienna with like orange and a neon pink, which I don't.
It looks like an inferno.
Okay, and I did like this really pretty rosy pink or rosy red
looks
with
like
this
a watermelon.
with this like with this like fresh, really pretty green, and I wanted to color it like so it looks lighter than this color. But I decided to paint it, so yeah. So that's all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to comment down below the moral of today's story. Also, the next episode that is going to be
we are
coming
gonna
out.
have a new guest.
We're gonna be having 3 very special guests there, and it's gonna be the Palm Sunday specials. So also stay tuned for that. Anyways, don't forget to also join the Temple of God Sunday School because we have lots of fun in Sunday School. We always read different stories and do different activities and fun crafts with the teachers there. And yeah, and sing fun songs too, always. Right? So don't forget to join that. Also, subscribe to our channel. Give this video a big thumbs up. Also, turn that post notification bell on so you get notified every time we post or upload a new video. Stay safe. God bless you. Bye.